Hi everyone, welcome to the Bride Guide 101 with Gemma and Jade, and to hear. Oh, it's so soon as well.
Sentence out.
So we are here at our bridal shop, the wedding rooms in Kidderminster in Worcestershire, and today we're going to run through what a typical bridal appointment would be like when you come and visit us here, to give you a little bit brief idea what to expect and actually why it's just the best thing in the world to do. So Gem, what typically would be the first thing a bride can expect when she books in at the wedding rooms?
So you'd book in with us. Obviously we've booked you your time and slot, and most people have a little bit of an indication who they want to bring with them at that point. So we'll just double check how many your party's going to be, because we've got 2 rooms, one's larger than the other, so we know which one to book. And then we would send you out our guidelines, which will basically give you a little bit of an indication of what's going to happen on the appointment, and maybe talk you through what sort of underwear, so i.e. like a strapless bra, or if you want to go braless, seamless underwear. This is bra.
I know.
Everybody knew what I meant.
Just highlight their boobs.
Yeah, every time. There's several videos where I do this. So that's our guidelines. And then the day before, or a couple of days before, I would send you just a reminder basically saying that we're looking forward to meeting you. So you've had that from us. You know where we are, you know where to park, and all of those, I suppose, a bit boring things.
Boring, but actually it's quite important, Jen.
Yeah. Well, it takes the edge off, I think, because everyone's getting a bit... you get nervous, especially if it's your first appointment.
Yeah, and at times people walk in, we're like, oh, you're excited, and they're like, you're a little bit nervous, and that's okay.
Yeah.
We completely get it, and that is also normal. So the idea of us giving you those bits of information, it's just getting you more comfortable.
The more you know about something, the more comfortable you
Yeah.
are, I think. So that's why we try and give as much information as possible. So that's happened, and then you turn up at the wedding rooms, and this is what happens next. Oh no! Oh, welcome to the wedding rooms.
Oh my god. Right then, so I've just come into the wedding rooms and I'm going to be greeted by myself or Gemma, and she's going to talk us through.
Hey!
There she is. So then typically I would follow Gem through to my bridal room, so if you want to follow me. So we've got 2 rooms here at the wedding rooms, and today we're in this one.
We're in the memory suite.
So we'd come in, my bridal party would take a seat, being the bride. Oh, it's nice. I've actually never sat in this seat.
Yeah. You are the
really
bride.
comfortable.
Just to try and make a little bit of, seemingly trying to kneel down. So we have a little sign. We've got one at the front door as well, just say the bride's name, so that it just makes it a little bit more personal, doesn't it? So... Yeah.
I'm so excited! We're getting my wedding dresses on!
You're not the actual bride.
I am for this!
So next we would sit down with the bride, and obviously maybe the bridal party, and we would discuss what their bridal shopping experience has been so far, where they're getting married, perhaps about the proposal, just as much information as we can gain as possible, because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get to know my bride a little bit, and also understand what the sort of wedding and the wedding dress that she might like. Some brides know exactly what sort of... That's lower than I thought. Yeah.
I'm flashing red now. Oh god. I would say, before Jen goes on, it's also about finding out what dresses you might like as well.
Yeah.
So if I was a bride, I am for the purposes of this. I'm going to be like, right, I've seen these dresses on Pinterest, or I've seen this sort of look, and even more so on our website or our Instagram. So like, I've seen these sorts of dresses, this is the kind of vibe I want. And for us, it's then exploring those ideas with the bride, but also injecting some of our, like, have you thought about this? So I think it's all part of getting to know you a little bit more.
These dresses that we're going to be discussing at this point may be nothing like the bride likes, especially if it's their first appointment. Mm-hmm. But obviously, from our point of view, it's really good to understand where they're coming from to start off with. Yeah. Because you might want to start with those sort of dresses, because you either need to rule them in or out, basically. So if they think they're going to want a fishtail, then you do start with fishtail, because and they put it on, they're like, yeah, this is what I love. We would still explore other dresses, but at least they know that they do like that, whereas sometimes they put it on and they think, actually no, I don't want fishtail, and then that whole thing that they thought they were going to want to try is out, and it's and then up to us then to discover what else. So at this point then we would also talk through what's going to happen in this room. So for us, we would go into the little bit of a changing room that you saw when we walked in. You would strip down to your underwear, so just your strapless bra and your knickers, or no bra at all, so you'd be on your own in there, and then you'll shout one of us when you're ready.
And more importantly, there is a robe, so if you don't want to get your boobs out straight away,
buy me a drink first. because it's a big thing.
Yeah,
isn't
you
it?
really, if you don't feel comfortable completely in your underwear, there's a gown for you, and we can work around that, because ultimately we just want you to feel comfortable.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother us. We will take our lead from you in terms of that, but just know we're really like easygoing. It's comfortable process to be in.
Yeah.
So I'd say once you're in the changing room, you're down to your underwear or your robe, whatever you feel comfortable. Some people keep their leggings on. Like it's absolutely fine, whatever you want to do. But when you're ready, we will bring the first dress in and we'll help you into it. So you literally will step into it. We'll pull it up, lace it up, zip it up, have a little play, clip it if it's too big, and explain like with the alterations what will happen past that. But ultimately, and then when you come out, you can show your bridal party. But it is important to have someone in the room with you, I think.
Yeah, because they're big dresses and they're
really,
all strappy and
we've all been
you
stuck
wouldn't.
in a changing room in a dress. You definitely want to be stuck in a bridal dress, especially if it's a lace or zip. It's all very awkward. Even between me and Jem, when we're in dresses.
Yeah, we help each other in and out.
Yeah, and we have to.
And we have spoke to brides, because there are some of the larger chain stores, let's say, that you have to get into those and they don't like it. Nobody comes in saying they enjoy it, although I've had to get their friend in to try it on.
Yeah.
It's just complicated. So we're there to help. And then once you step out, there's a little step for you to step on, because all bridal dresses will be too long. So it just
and if you find one, that'll be really, really
you need
long.
2 steps. So, and then that's your point then of giving us some feedback. So we'll move on to that next. So I'm out on the shop floor now. Jade's gone into the changing room to get into her robe and ready for the next bridal dress, or ready for the first one, I should say. And I've obviously had a little bit of a rough idea of what size she might be. She's also discussed with me what she might like. So she doesn't want anything too heavy. She quite likes lace detail, and she's very worried about having too much going on here. So I'm going to look through, and because I know our stock really well, I'm going to pick one that I think might be suitable for what she thinks she might like. What she's quite described to me is something like this.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah. So it's strapless, we've got the lace detail, it's a very light material, and I think this is a good starting point. I know it's going to be the right sort of size roughly for Jade, because with bridal dresses the samples are going to come up either too small and too big. That's just the way it is with bridal. So as our job is to try and make sure that it fits you as well as possible with all the clips and stuff that we can use, which we can show you. So I've got Jade in her first dress, which obviously we showed you out there, which is a gorgeous little strapless dress with some lace detail on. So at this point, obviously the bridal party was in the dress. Jade's having time to...
Oh, I love it.
So she stood on her step. She can have a good look in the mirror. We've got 2 mirrors, so we've got a front one and then we've got one from the side. And I've had to clip the dress because it is too big for Jade. So but you can see actually that it looks good, and you can see
the way it's going to fit me once it's if this were my size.
Yeah.
And I think, Jem would like to say she'll get a bit of feedback from me. And I'll, if it were me, I love the style of the dress because I'm a big fan. I don't know what I'd wear, but I do love A-line dresses. I do feel a little bit exposed here. Now, if I've come in going, I want a strapless dress, this is quite good because I've put one on and gone, I do feel a little bit exposed.
Yeah, so you feel a little bit exposed. You're thinking that you like the style.
And maybe the colour. I think 'cause I'm quite pale, I'm not convinced this really light ivory is doing the best for me. So I would say, Jem, I love the style, quite like the detail, but I'm not convinced about this neckline or the colour.
Okay. Right, so after Jade's feedback, I've come back out onto the shop floor and I'm now looking to find the next dress that we want to try on. So what I'm thinking is that she doesn't want the ivory, so I'm going to go for more of a sand or a blush colour because she feels like it washes her out a little bit too much. So I've got several different options. She likes the A-line, so again, I'm going to go for a more A-line relaxed dress, but she feels a little bit bare. So for me, I'm going to go for this one first because she had got in her mind that she wanted strapless. This is a bit of both. Yeah. It's still got the exposed, but you've got a little bit of coverage. It's in a blush colour, it's still a relaxed skirt, and she really liked the detail. But we have gone for a bit more detail. So it'll be interesting to see how Jade reacts to that. So I've got Jade in her next dress. So we've got and look at the train.
I don't know if you can see the sparkle on this. This is off topic completely, but look.
Oh my God.
I mean,
yeah, I mean, it is a pretty well dress.
I know I meant to pretend to be getting married, but can I for real get married?
So.
Okay, concentrate, Jade.
Bride.
Yes, I am a bride.
What do you like about the dress? What do you love? What do you not love so much?
I love the detail.
Okay.
Again, I'm still not convinced possibly about this neckline.
Okay, so even with a little bit of a strap, you still feel a little bit exposed?
Yeah, I feel very shoulders out.
Okay.
In my imaginary wedding, Tom Hardy's waiting for me. I'm at church. I'm at at a church, and I'm not convinced having my shoulders out my church ceremony is the way forward.
Yeah.
I'm not sure Tom would like it either.
Yeah.
So,
So shoulders doesn't feel out. What do you think about the colour? Because this is blush.
I'm just thinking about Tom Hardy.
Back in the room.
Sorry. Love the colour.
Yeah.
It's much more, I feel like it's flattering my skin tone a little bit more. Again, I'm really liking the A-line, but I'm not 100% convinced on the
So you're
neckline.
loving everything about the dress but the neckline. Now, there's two options here because this is a reorder dress.
Yes.
So at this point, I could talk to you about the fact that we can change the neckline.
Okay, so we could always make... Oh.
Yeah, so you can bring it higher,
Yeah,
or
so
we
we
can
do
add some
something like
straps.
that.
Yeah, so that's an option, or I can start bringing other dresses and to show you what you could get. So at this point, I would talk to you about we can change the necklines. If this ends up being your favourite dress, we will then look at different necklines for this dress. But at the moment, with two dresses in, I'd rather bring something else in so that you can see what it's going to look like.
Exactly.
Right then, ladies. So what I've done is I've picked our next dress.
Oh, I like it.
So I've gone for a similar colour because that's what Jade likes.
Yep.
So this is a blush colour again. I've gone for a similar detail. It's not got all of the lace around the bottom, but it has got a double layer lace. So you've got appliques on top and the lace underneath.
And a bit of sparkle.
We've got all the sparkle as well. But more importantly, is I've tried to listen to Jade and I've gone for a completely different neckline. So I've now got some little straps. Now, with this dress, it is too large for Jade. So I've clipped it best I can. Look, so I'll just show you. So this is what's going to happen in bridal. But it does mean that the cup size is too big.
So yeah, this won't look like this.
And you've got to, so at this point I would explain. You wish. So you've got to try and explain to the bride that this is where you do need a little bit of vision because these dresses are not going to be your size. So you've got to try and envision it in your size and not be put off by that because you could lose.
And we can always show you photographs of the design of photographs so you can see it a little bit more, but it does come to like looking past that. I can see past that. For me, I love this dress, but there's a problem with me. Now, I've seen this dress look stunning on people, but I've got an issue here. I'm a little bit bony, and it's like my thing that I hate. So this plunge neckline is just making me freak out a little bit.
And what you'll find is that some brides either may not have told you because it hasn't come up yet, or they didn't realise it was an issue.
Yes.
And then when they see themselves in it, they're like, actually, I really don't like this. So far, what I'm hearing from Jade is that actually the whole of the rest of the dress, she's loving both of them. But this neckline and either being strapless or plunge is actually becoming a bit of an issue now. So we do need to be more reserved with the neckline, perhaps.
Oh,
yeah.
Who'd
have thought you would be reserved? So we'll pick the next one based on the information we now know, ladies. So, ladies, we've now got Jade in this gorgeous dress.
Any excuse to put this dress on, I would always be there for it. Oh, Jen doesn't need to ask me a question. Yes.
So, what I've done is I've raised the neckline for Jade on this particular dress. I've gone with a sand colour, so we're sticking to the sand and blush sort of colours. I've gone with a detail. It's got a beautiful train on it. It's still got a bit of sparkle. The good thing with this dress as well is it's got the straps that Jade wants a bit more coverage, but also, to pop them off for me, Jade, if you want to, and you can have it like this, and they also completely pop her off.
No one needs to see
no.
So they do pop her off.
Yeah, so they pop her off and you can have it completely strapless. So, interestingly, you just said that in this particular dress, you don't feel that bad, do you, with the straps down?
I think it goes to show, it's happened a few times in appointments where actually the dress will do everything. You don't care about things. I love about this dress, actually. I think this Sweetheart's actually, because it's a little bit higher, I don't feel exposed to some of the other ones with a plunge and everything. And I think the dress is lighter. I'm feeling much more free and ready for Tom Hardy in this dress.
So you're not worried about the top anymore?
No.
So, I mean, and what you've got to think, ladies, is that we may have tried on 6-7 dresses. Some of them won't be like this. They'll be much different, plainer dresses. Like, it's a process. We're obviously speeding up for you so you can see where we go with it. But so now I think I've managed to tick all the boxes. And for Jade, it's a yes. But at this point, sometimes we can just say yes to the dress. But I also might bring a wild card in, which is completely different, just to make sure that Jade definitely got the right dress and that this is the one.
And within the appointment as well, we'd always be trying different shapes on. So if I walk in saying I want A-line, we would always try and move away from that a little bit. We sped this process up a little bit to show you, but especially your first appointment, it's all about exploring different types of dresses, different price points, different delivery times.
Yeah.
You might be an off the peg bride because of your time scale. You might be a reorder because you want to change a neckline. So it's all part of that process, and that's what we're here to do. Help you find a dress you feel amazing in, because at the moment,
yeah, so you might have already tried some fishtail on, some fitted.
I didn't want them.
But let's see what the wild card would be. So, ladies,
wild card.
Wild card time.
What, Jen?
Wild card time. It's been a long day.
It has.
So, I've gone for something completely different, a little slinky number. Very plain, but then we have got a cutout, it's a gorgeous back on the dress, isn't it?
I was just saying to Jen, this isn't anything I would have described, but I actually really like this dress. I think it gives me good shape, because I haven't got any shape, but I also like that kind of less is more.
Well, from my point of view, as your bridal consultant, I have obviously seen you in several dresses now. I've got to know you a little bit, and this is almost what I think would suit you.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you're going to love it, but it means that like this dress for me works for you for several reasons. You've got your coverage that you want. You've got a fantastic figure in it. The cutout works really well because it gives you the shape that you talked about that you haven't got. So again, this is meant for you to go, oh, okay.
Yeah. Do I love the
other dress as much as I thought?
I mean, we've got a problem. Because I might have to have two dresses now. I really like this one. I don't know what to do. And that happens a lot as well. But I think you have to, what you feel good in. And like, I love this one, but there's some magic about that other one that I just can't.
And that's perfect, because then you know, okay, that's my dress. So at this point, ladies, we would put the favourite one back on. We might play around with some accessories, some veils, some tiaras, just to see, some headpieces, just to see what the whole entire would look like. And just to make sure, and then it would be Jade, would you like me to ask you a question?
Yeah, why don't you ask me a question?
Is it a yes to your dress?
Yeah! I would be in the dress usually.
Yeah.
Oh, this is my evening dress. Let's do two questions.
Yeah.
This is my evening dress.
Is this the second yes to the dress?
Yeah!
Okay, ladies, so Jade said yes to the dress. We've all had a cry. We're all very happy.
I'm very happy.
Yeah.
I've got two dresses.
Now I would do the measuring. So what we do when we do this is we measure Jade's bust, waist and hips. And then they will normally end up typically being 3 different sizes, because that's like a lot of women are.
Yeah, no one is a sample size. And women, you know this from more clothes shopping generally. No one's the perfect size, especially with bridal, because they're structured dresses. They're not like high street clothes where they're all stretchy and then mass produced, because you haven't got any boning with them. And more important, this is for reorder. So if you were an off the peg bride because the dress is already there from lots of different reasons, you wouldn't be doing this process because that's the dress you're taking.
Yeah, this is if you've ordered one in, isn't it? So I would literally just take the tape measure and I would measure around Jade's bust, and then I'd do her waist, and then I'd do her hips, and I'd do it twice just to make sure. And then I would then find the most appropriate size for Jade. What you're doing at that point is you're going to go with the largest. So let's say it's Jade's hips, for instance.
Stop.
I don't know what it would be actually.
My waist.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm out in myself. It's definitely not my boobs, definitely not my hips. It's my waist.
Okay, so Jade's waist is her largest, so let's say that's one size. I'm going to go with that size because the rest of it can get taken in there. Obviously, it needs to fit around here. So that's what we would do. You'd pay 50% deposit. That would get the dress order in, and at the moment, they're taking around 7 months to arrive. So that's basically where that process ends, and then we do a really fun bit next.
Yeah.
So this is where we will end the video, because Jade would now have a picture with her friends and her family and all of her loved ones saying yes to the dress. You get a little goodie bag from us with some things just to say thank you for using the wedding rooms in Kidderminster.
More importantly, I've got a little bit of Prosecco in here, so we're happy.
Celebrate! Yeah. So if you liked what you've seen today and you want to know more hints, sorry, I've got hair in my mouth.
I'm not helping to watch it.
Help!
No.
If you've liked what you've seen today, please like and subscribe to our channel, and if you've got any comments, put them in below, and we're happy to go for anything with you.
Bye.
Bye.